Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you an overview of fractions. Fractions are numbers that we use to represent parts of a whole, parts of a set, or the position on a number line. Now, there are three main parts to a fraction. First of all, the numerator sits on top of this line here. The line can be often referred to as a fraction bar, but more precisely, it's called the vinculum. The number that sits underneath the vinculum is called the denominator. Now, the way to remember whether the numerator and the denominator go up or down is the numerator has a u in it, so it goes up on top of the vinculum, and the denominator starts with d for down, so it goes down below the vinculum. The numerator represents pieces being described. How many pieces are being described? The denominator represents the total number of parts in the whole. For example, 3/4 can be shown as 3 parts being described out of 4 parts total in the whole set. There are different ways to model fractions. To model a fraction that is part of a whole, we could do it by drawing a whole shape, dividing it into the number of pieces indicated by the denominator, and then shading in the number of pieces as described in the numerator. So this represents 1 out of 3 pieces, so we call it 1/3. Over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces total, and 2 pieces that have been shaded in, so we call it 2/5. To model fractions that are part of a set, we might, for example, have a bunch of M&Ms, and 2 of those M&Ms might be green, and 4 of those M&Ms might be red. Altogether, in the whole set, we have 6 M&Ms total. So the way that we would describe our fractions is 2/6 are green and 4/6 are red. To model a fraction as a position on a number line, we would have our number line here, and we would divide our number line into the total number of pieces as indicated by the denominator. So as you can see, this number line between 0 and 1 has been divided into 4 pieces. We have 4 as our denominator. If we go 1, 2, 3 parts the way along the line, we have gone 3/4 of the way along the number line. Again, over here we have another number line, same again, from 0 to 1, that has been divided into 8 pieces. So we have 8 as our denominator, and we have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, or 5 parts the way along the line, so we have gone 5/8 the way along the number line. So there are different types of fractions that you need to be aware of. The most common type of fraction is a proper fraction. And in a proper fraction, the numerator is less than the denominator. And because of this, proper fractions will always be less than 1. As an example, we have a fraction here and a model that demonstrates 3/4. We have 3 pieces shaded in out of 4 pieces total, so we have 3/4. And as you can see, the numerator is less than the denominator. On a number line example, again, between 0 and 1, we have divided it into 4 equal pieces, and 3/4 of the way along the number line would be here. As you can see in both of these examples, each model shows that 3/4 is less than 1, and that will be the way it is for all proper fractions, where the numerator is less than the denominator. Improper fractions are fractions that are not proper. So these fractions have the numerator that is greater than or equal to the denominator. In this example here, the numerator is greater than the denominator, 5/4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/4 shown on our model. And on our number line, we have each whole number has been divided into 4 sections, which is the number indicated on the denominator. And we have gone across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/4 the way along the number line. And as you can see, in both of these examples, 5/4 is greater than 1. Over here, we have an example of where the numerator is equal to the denominator. In this example, where the numerator is equal to the denominator, the fraction will always equal 1. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces shaded in out of 4 pieces total. So our fraction is 4/4. On a number line representation of it, we can see that between 0 and 1, we have divided it into 4 equal pieces, as indicated by our denominator. As we go along the number line, 1, 2, 3, 4/4 the way along the number line, you can see that it is equal to 1. Another type of fraction is a mixed number, and there are 2 parts to mixed numbers. Mixed numbers contain a whole number and a fraction together. Mixed numbers will always be greater than 1. In this example, we have 1, 2 wholes, and 1/2 shaded in. So our mixed number is 2 and 1/2. The 2 represents how many whole numbers we have, 1, 2, and the half, this proper fraction here, represents the fraction that we have aside from the mixed number. So we have 1/2 as well as 2 wholes, 2 and 1/2. On a number line, it would look like this. We start with 0, and we have our whole numbers in equal increments along the way. 2.5 would be 1, 2, and then halfway between 2 and 3. We've divided this whole number into the number of sections indicated by the denominator. So there are 2 equal pieces, and we are only going 1 out of 2 along the line, so 1/2 along the line. So we have 1, 2, 2.5.